Sawadika and good afternoon and welcome to our special live updates as we continue the coverage of the aftermath of the earthquake in Myanmar, the tremors of which reached Bangkok and several other areas across Thailand. But we'll begin the special update this afternoon with this story where hundreds of officials were in panic and evacuated from the government complex this morning. And turning now to the footage that we have received earlier this morning, and this was the evacuation at the government complex on Bangkok's Dang Watana Road this morning. And the evacuation actually took place after an official noticed the cracks that were caused by the tremors from a strong earthquake in Myanmar last Friday. So this was the situation this morning where many people, especially employees of the government complex, actually rushed downstairs following the notice that they have saw cracks that were caused by the tremors from a strong earthquake last Friday. And this came from an official who told relevant authorities and also reported that they heard noises that may have been caused by the earthquake. And this possibly came from the floor where the central bankruptcy court is located. So this is apparently the aftermath after people evacuated from the building. So you can see that there are a lot of ambulances around the location as well, and what you're seeing right now is like parts of the damage inside the building following the tremors that took place last week. And apart from the government complex, there were also evacuations in many other locations, and most of them were in government offices. One of them being the criminal courts, where you could see people rushing down from the building and gathered downstairs. And there was also another evacuation at the Securities and Exchange Commission building as well. So based on the reports that we received earlier this morning, the evacuations took place at several locations, and most of them were government offices, whether it's the government complex, the criminal courts in Rashida area, Royal Thai Armed Forces headquarters, Chulalongkorn Hospital, the Revenue Department headquarters in Ari area, the Social Security Office headquarters in Dindang, the Stock Exchange of Thailand building, and also the Government Housing Bank head office in Ramanai. So the evacuations took place earlier this morning, and you can tell that many people were still in shock and are still panicking whether there might be another aftershock following the tremors that were felt last Friday. And these are some of the video clips that were released on social media where you can see people rushing down and gather on the streets, not knowing exactly what happened. And possibly they might have been in fear that there might be another aftershock because there was another one in Myanmar today. And following the evacuations, Prime Minister Pattongtarn Shinawatra posted on social media today dismissing rumors that Bangkok was hit by another earthquake or tremors this morning. And she also said that the aftershocks in Myanmar did not send any tremors to Thailand. And she also said that the public should stay calm and rely on reports from government authorities and not only online sources. And Pat Hong Tan actually posted on her X account this morning that in response to reports of people evacuating buildings earlier this morning, she has already checked with all the authorities and have confirmed the following. And she also said that according to the meteorological department, there has been no earthquake in Thailand, but the aftershocks from Myanmar have no impact on Thailand as well. And she also mentioned about the cracks that were inside the buildings. And she even urged the authorities that if they do see cracks inside the building, they have to determine whether the cracks are the old ones, the existing ones, or the new ones, so that they can actually support some of the proper decision making in terms of whether to fix the condominiums or office buildings. And the building owners, she said that the building owners are actually supposed to thoroughly inspect the building to ensure the safety before reopening for use. And like we just said, now the decision to evacuate each of the buildings is at the discretion of each organization. However, she urges the public to actually base everything on verified information from official government sources, not only just the
Can
ones that are published online. And apart from Prime Minister Pat Tongtan Shinawat, who made an announcement, Bangkok Governor Chacha Sittipan has also urged the public to stay calm and exercise discretion following the reports of evacuations at multiple locations due to misunderstandings this morning. And the meteorological department actually issued a statement already confirming that there was no earthquake in Thailand this morning, but there was a small aftershock in Myanmar. But this would not affect Thailand at all because based on what the experts say, even though there are aftershocks during this week, but that would not affect Thailand so much anymore because if the earthquake was around like 7.7, then the aftershocks would be like 6, 5, 4, and then the tremors would not affect too much on Thailand anymore. And now let's turn to the latest death toll from last Friday. And according to the Erewhon Medical Emergency Center today, 18 people are confirmed dead and 33 injured following the earthquake in Myanmar on Friday, and tremors of which have affected Bangkok. And what you're seeing right now is the extensive damage in Myanmar, where over thousands of people have died and many more have been displaced as well. And coming back to Thailand, at the site of the collapsed State Audit Office building in Chatuchak area, it has been confirmed earlier today that 12 workers are confirmed dead, with 9 workers sustained injuries. Most of them are still in hospital, and 75 workers remain unaccounted for. And as for the other locations that were also affected by the tremors, 3 people sustained injuries at Silom complex, 4 people sustained injuries during the crane collapse in Dindang, and 3 people also died at condominiums in Rama 9 and Witiu area. So that is the latest death toll following the tremors in Bangkok, according to the Erewhon Medical Emergency Center today. So a total of 18 people are confirmed dead and 33 are injured. But if it's only the collapsed State Audit Office, 12 workers have been confirmed dead already. And regarding the rescue efforts at the collapsed building in Chatuchak area, we have seen rescue efforts trying to locate and retrieve the missing workers who were under the rubble of the collapsed building in Chatuchak area. And that also includes rescue teams from other countries as well. So disaster experts from the USAID who specialize in rescue operations in confined spaces and indoor environments have been deployed to assist in the rescue operations at the collapsed building in Chatuchak area today. And that includes 3 countries that have joined the rescue efforts this time around, whether it's the US, Israel, and China. So apart from the United States, there are also personnel from Israel who also joined the rescue efforts, bringing the latest equipment to assist in the rescue operations, whether it's the advanced signs of life detection equipment, which were used during the rescue efforts, while China has also sent experts with specialized cameras to locate those who have been trapped under the rubble as well. And regarding the rescue efforts, we cannot forget to mention what happen in Myanmar as well. So the humanitarian efforts have already been deployed. And meanwhile, the foreign ministers of Malaysia and Thailand will undertake a joint humanitarian trip to Myanmar this week to assess the earthquake situation there, because we have to say that based on the images and footage that we've seen, it looks very bad. And many people, thousands of people have died, people were affected as well. And in a joint statement issued after the special emergency meeting following the earthquake in Myanmar and Thailand, the ASEAN foreign ministers announced that Malaysian foreign minister and his Thai counterpart will visit Myanmar on April 5th. And furthermore, they reaffirmed their commitment to working closely to coordinate the humanitarian assistance, support and facilitate relief operations, and ensure a timely and effective humanitarian response as well, with the assistance of the ASEAN Coordinating Center for Humanitarian Assistance on Disaster Management, and also to ensure an effective and timely response to the disaster's impact. The ASEAN foreign ministers also decided to grant Myanmar's request to activate the role of the Secretary General as the ASEAN Humanitarian Assistant Coordinator. The joint statement reaffirmed the importance of a safe environment in Myanmar to ensure the delivery of life-saving humanitarian assistance as well. And the ministers also encouraged all Myanmar stakeholders to prioritize humanitarian assistance and facilitate the relief efforts. And currently, we have a few updates. At least six buildings in Bangkok have been declared unsafe at the moment. So these are the latest updates regarding the aftermath of the earthquake the earthquake in Myanmar, and how it has affected Thailand so far. So what you're seeing right now is actually the collapsed building in Chatuchak area, where you can see that people have been trying to rescue the remaining victims who are under there, and it has been very difficult because the authorities and the rescue officials have stated that taking out the debris and the rubble to ensure the safety of the workers down there is it's going to be a very tough task. And they are also racing against time as well. So many of the officials have been saying that to get rid of the debris and to get rid of the rubble to ensure uh, the safe rescue of those who were trapped inside there. It's a tough one. It's a very difficult task, and you can see that it's not only the Thai authorities that are actually trying to rescue the trapped workers, but it now requires international assistance as well. So far, we have the US, Israel, and China trying to help in the rescue efforts as well. So these are the live images from Chatuchak area where the building collapsed on Friday, and you can see that there are tons of reporters trying to cover the story keep to keep us updated of what is happening right now with the rescue efforts. And this is just a glimpse of the rescue operations that are underway right now. And since Friday, the rescue officials have been working tirelessly to help and rescue those who are still under the rubble, because based on the information that we have right now, 75 workers remain unaccounted for. 12 workers are confirmed dead already, with 9 workers who have sustained injuries. Most of them are still in hospital. But for the 75 workers who are still there, maybe there we still don't know whether they are still alive or not. So best wishes for the rescue officials as well. All right, and right now, our reporter Kitipat Sukhjit is joining us from the Chatuchak area where the building collapsed, and he has the latest developments on the rescue. Swadika, so what is the latest from the construction site? I think there are some technical issues at the moment, so we're trying to get in touch with Kun Kitipat right now, and he will be joining us really soon to give us the latest updates on what has been happening with the rescue efforts at the construction site. And we also have some details regarding the construction project of the new state office building. And the prime minister has already ordered a probe into the collapsed building in the Chatuchak area to determine the exact cause of the collapse. And the construction of the building is now under public scrutiny because the project came from a joint venture with a Chinese construction company where its office was revealed to be located in a shop house. So people were quite skeptical as to how come this construction company located in a shop house is involved with the construction project that cost over 2 billion baht. So Chatuchak district officials have filed a police complaint after 4 employees of a Chinese construction firm responsible for constructing the new state audit office building that collapsed last Friday entered the restricted site. And all right, and Kun Kitipat is joining us right now. Kun Kitipat, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. So tell us more about the latest developments over there and what have you learned so far?
So right now, the international rescue from United States. There's report that there are 2 teams from the military service from United States. First one from the military and the second one from the Air Force. And another team is from the Israel. And right now they are working inside the collapsed building of the state audit office building here. So the thing is right now here there's a lot of dust and PM2.5 and the dust from the backhoe truck that is right now digging and searching for the missing victims from the collapse of the building.
All right,
And
and
also we
what?
also have the yep.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, and to speed up the searching for the missing victims, we also have the canine dogs and robots also searching for them. And if you can notice, right now the backhoe truck is working. It means that the robot is now not scanning for the missing victims. The robot will scanning for the missing victims. You'll notice that the backhoe truck will stop the operation. If the backhoe truck starting operating, the robot for the AI robot that's searching for the missing victims will not cannot work.
Right, and we heard that the some of the canine dogs fell sick
Yep.
after the rescue operations as well. So
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are they doing so far?
Right now we have around 20 veterinarians to keep saving the dog, keep healing the dog, to check the dog's health over there. So I can show you there at the second door, at the second gate of today's site. So this is the operating camp here at the site. So we have a lot of news reporting here. We also have a lot of free water, free food for workers here, for news worker, for rescue workers, for the officials from the authorities. And also, recently the canine dogs was just walk past us, and there's a lot of breeds of the canine dogs. And here, some of the some of the international rescue staff is resting, but they are all right now tired. But the thing is, today there are a lot of international news reporter who come to the site today. Yep, and at the second gate, they will show us the number of the latest update numbers of the victims, how how many victims have, how many victims injured, how many victims died, and how many victims still in missing. Yep, and here from the military is now working, and here the rescue.
And have you had a chance to talk to some of the international reporters who are on scene today?
Yeah, yeah, I have a chance to talk to them, and some of them say that uh, it's quite hard for Bangkok to feel the tremor, as the Bangkok in Thailand is a country that is very hard to feel this. Yeah, because like every, many of the foreign reporters, they say that a lot of them doesn't feel that Bangkok will meet this situation, as Thailand never felt heavy earthquake like this before. Like this one last Friday was 5.1 um, Richter at Chatuchak district.
Right. And how is the rescue efforts going on right now?
Oh, they are still working very hard to find them. They are still making every effort to find the more than dozen of the missing victims right now. Right now, I still don't having a chance to talk to the international rescue, and I'm right now waiting here for some of the international rescue to come out for resting after their hard work, and to talk to them. What are they doing here, and how are they working here, and what is the latest update? What is the latest information in the collapsed building right now?
Right. And apart from the US, there's also Israel and China as well. But have you seen other countries that have joined the rescue efforts?
Yeah, besides US is the Israel, and also without the verification, we still have China, the help from China.
Right.
But right now we're still waiting to talk to some of them of how they working, how they were working, and how they has been working to help Thailand to find the missing victims from the latest tremor last Friday.
All right. Are there any more updates from the site that you haven't talked about yet?
If there are any updates, I will update it to you right now. But right now, we still have this kind of information, and also here a lot of international news coverage also waiting for interviewing the international rescue.
All right. Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
because
Kun Kitipat,
many of
for
us,
reporting.
yeah,
Thank you so much for your latest update from the site at Chatuchak area. Thank you so much. All right, we also have more information from a phone interview by Thai PBS World team. And according to the consulate in Myanmar, there were five Thai tourists in Mandalay when the earthquake struck, and all of them are safe and have traveled to Naypyidaw, waiting to return to Thailand. And this is the latest update from the consulate in Myanmar. So it's not just those people in Myanmar who have been heavily affected, but there are also tourists there as well, including Thai tourists. And based on the information from the phone interview, 5 Thai tourists in Mandalay are all safe and have traveled to Naypyidaw waiting to return to Thailand. All right, and these are the latest updates as for now. And we go back to the story that we just left off earlier about the State Audit Office. And there has been some public scrutiny as to how come this construction company, a Chinese construction company located in a shop house, is actually involved with this construction project that is over 2 billion baht. So Chatuchak district officials have recently filed a police complaint after 4 employees of the Chinese construction firm responsible for constructing the new State Audit Office building that collapsed last Friday entered the restricted site apparently without permission. And the 4 Chinese nationals were captured in viral videos and photographs carrying a number of files from the site, which had been declared a disaster zone after the building collapsed following an earthquake in Myanmar, which sent tremors through Bangkok and other parts of Thailand. And the Deputy Metropolitan Police Commissioner said that the BMA has declared the area around the collapse high-rise disaster zone, so no one is allowed to enter this place without any permission. And upon receiving complaints about their alleged unauthorized entry, police visited the area, located the 4 employees, and invited them for questioning. And one of them claimed to be the director responsible for applying for construction licenses, adding that the man has a valid passport, visa, and work permit from a subcontractor of the Italian Thai development company. They also admitted entering the site to retrieve the documents. Police found them in possession of 32 documents containing details about the contractors and engineering works. The documents were seized for inspection before the employee were released. They had told police that they needed the documents to file an insurance claim. Yes, at least 6 buildings are declared unsafe at the moment. And he said that Bangkok Governor Tata Sittipan has been informed and will check whether the Chinese employees had obtained permission to enter the site. And what you're seeing right now is the live footage from the location where the new state audit office collapsed last Friday. So this is the live footage right now where Gitipat just reported earlier just now to see the atmosphere, the rescue efforts, how the international rescue efforts have joined in to rescue those who are still stuck under the rubble. And also there are many reporters, both local and international media, covering this incident as well. And the State Audit Office is actually coming under heavy criticism on social media recently because of the contract of the construction of the new head office, which collapsed following the earthquake. And the contract was awarded to a Chinese construction company in joint venture with Italian Thai development. One netizen urged the National Anti-Corruption Commission and the Budget Bureau to investigate all aspects of the construction project, starting with the committee, which actually approved the design of the building, the median price of the project of over 2.1 billion baht, and the acceptance of the construction materials. And the same netizen said that the State Audit Office, whose main duty is to audit spending by other state agencies, should also be subject to investigation, as it was the only high-rise building under construction in the capital which collapsed as a result of the tremors last Friday. So the State Audit Office has become under heavy criticism since the tremors last Friday, and people have been criticizing with the contract that has been awarded to Italian Thai company, the Chinese construction company. It's not only the contract itself, but also the quality of the materials that were used for that particular construction as well. So people on social media have been demanding a thorough investigation behind this building as well. And what you're seeing right now is the live updates. I mean, the live footage from the site where the building collapsed in Chatuchak area. And if you have any questions or if you want to send any of the comments, feel free to post them under this Facebook Live. And all right, and we'll end the live updates today with something unseen from the parliament today. So now let's turn to the Senate meeting earlier this morning. So this is actually a scene that we may not get to see so often. So many of the senators in the meeting today were seen wearing helmets. This is actually uh, following the tremors that were felt
การบริหาร
in
การจราจร
Bangkok
ใน
last
ส่วนของการ
Friday. So
ขอ
for
ชี้
the
แจง
sake
คณะกร
of
รมาธิการต่างๆ
safety,
เป็นประธาน
they
การประชุม
actually
เป็นสอง
conducted
ส่วน
a drill in
นะครับดูทาง
preparation
ซ้าย
for
มือนะ
today's
ครับ
meetings, and the drill actually included a water-based
และในส่วนของ
evacuation
ยุทธศาส
plan
ตร์
as well.
พร้อม
So
แล้ว
the Senate
ที่
Vice
พาณิชย์
President
เช่นเดียว
said
กั
a
น
team of engineers from the Engineering Institute of
ในกรณี
Thailand
ที่
and the
ตอน
Public
ที่
Works
มีรอยร้าว
Department
ที่
was invited to inspect the Senate's building on Sunday, and they confirmed that the buildings were unaffected by the quake. And before starting their meeting today, we may have noticed that the senators not only observed a moment of silence in memory of those who lost their lives in the disasters, but the senators who joined the meeting today were fully equipped with helmets. And the reason for that is in case something falls off from the building, so they would be safe. So all of their desks are equipped with the helmets and also torches. This is something quite unseen in parliament. And this actually follows the earthquake in Myanmar and the tremors in Bangkok as well. So this is something that we don't get to see very often, and it's quite unique as well. All right, we wrap up these live updates for today. Don't forget to follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for the latest updates on the tremors in Bangkok and the aftermath of it. And hopefully, we will see you tomorrow with more live updates like these at 4 p.m. as well. And at 6 p.m. today, don't forget to join us with Thai PBS World Tonight, because we will give you the latest updates on this as well. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. สวัสดีค่ะ